Hey guys, welcome to the Super Dorm Friends. I'm Dave, and I'm actually here today with a special guest, the Calebrated Gamer.
How's it going? I'm sorry. What a terrible. Hi guys, Calebrated Gamer here, or Caleb. Although my birth name is Calebrated Gamer, I'm fine with being called either.
Yeah, his channel is actually called Calibrated Gamer, or how do you say it? Calibrated Gamer? You have to spell it.
No,
Just to
yeah,
spell
okay,
it. Just to spell it.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
actually called
I was
Calibrated Gamer.
It's like, how dare you? Yeah, if,
I know it all.
it's spelled Caleb Rated Gamer, and Caleb is spelled with a C. None of those blasphemous K Calebs out there. Terrible. But the Caleb Rated Gamer, but I pronounce it Calibrated Gamer. It's supposed to be a play on words, but people give me heck about it all the time.
All the time. I've been one of those people accidentally.
Yeah.
Without really knowing it. I felt bad.
Well, because it's spelled Calibrated Gamer, so I understand that, but I wanted it to be like it's this future robotic kind of theme, and I wanted it to be a play on the word calibrated, like how you calibrate machinery. But I should have just spelled it calibrated because people give me it's not even the people that pronounce it wrong that bother me, it's my friends who pronounce it wrong on purpose that bother me.
Just to mess with him.
Well, Calibrated Gamer. Like, no.
So why don't you tell us about that channel, your channel, and what you do on it?
Yes. I actually have two YouTube channels. Do you mind if I kind of
talk about both?
Yes. Calibrated Gamer, my first one. My second one is called Bro Bits. Just run over real quick what I do. They're both Let's Play channels. So obviously we just comedy channels where we play video games, do silly voices, and just play all sorts of jokes and games and whatever. It's a lot of fun. By the way. I've done Kermit voice randomly way before I met David, so when I found out that he does Kermit voice randomly too, I was like so happy. I'm like, one on my own.
We're not alone.
Yay! But Calibrated Gamer is mostly PC games, but specifically I like to play horror games, some silly arcade games, whatever I can get on Steam or online, basically. Bro Bits is with my buddy William and my buddy Josh, and we play console games, but specifically family-friendly console games. So like we'll play some of the new Mario games, some of the new Sonic games. We played Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 15 recently. So we kind of just
That's
jump
a
around.
jump.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 1 to 15.
Well, a few games went by, but yeah.
Just a few.
It's like watching the first Land Before Time and then watching the final one. It's like Land Before Time 27. It's like, what is happening?
I didn't think prehistoric times lasted that long.
Yeah, basically.
Dinosaurs don't live this long.
Thought they died out before this movie.
They're in Manhattan. What?
We gotta get to Hollywood. Oh, guys. Jeez.
Oh,
but yeah, that's basically the general. I'm small time YouTuber. I mean, both channels have about like 200 subscribers, but it's a lot of fun, definitely.
Yeah, and so if you really like video games and like comedy, having fun watching.
Don't subscribe to my channels.
Don't say that.
No, shut up. I'm trying to get your viewers. Yeah.
I mean, it's always fun watching. I know I've watched a few of them and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. So if you like watching Let's Plays and having fun with it, also there's this new character I really enjoy in your videos. It's actually called Frobot, right?
I love Frobot.
Yes, Frobot's amazing.
Oh my god, Frobot's my favorite. That was by accident.
Oh, it's okay. Frobot. So if you like wacky, some characters, wacky characters
to come by.
definitely tune into some Calibrated Gamer and Bro Bits.
Sounds good.
That would be.
I would love that. Yeah, like, all right, let's go. Pause this video and go right now. No, wait till after this is done.
Trust me, it'll be worth it.
It'll be well worth it, baby. Oh God.
Probably.
Maybe.
Let's hoping.
All right. Yes.
Here's to hoping so.
Yep.
Anyways, while I got you here,
Yep.
and since you are of the gaming sort,
I am.
I'd like to hear about some of your favorite What is your all-time favorite video game?
Oh,
and
Lord.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, because there's a bunch of different versions.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do PC,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do console.
Okay.
So, and then Nintendo, because let's be honest, they're on their own thing. So let's start with PC.
Okay. And I gotta go first.
Yeah, you gotta go first.
Okay. Geez, PC game. See, the only problem with that is the fact that before I started the YouTube channel, I didn't play PC games. So I had one or two that I had played before. So I was like, okay, well, just this. Like, if you had asked me when I was a kid, it would be Lego Rock Raiders, and that game was amazing. I don't know if you ever.
I actually know what you're talking about, because I used to play all those old Lego games on there, and there's so much
beautiful.
fun.
But probably my favorite PC game right now. What do I play? Overwatch right now. My favorite game changes from time to time, but here recently I've been obsessed with Overwatch.
Have you been playing the new character, Orisa?
Orisa. I haven't actually given her a shot yet. I've played with her a little bit, but usually I play with my buddies, and I like to play the Mystery Heroes mode because I like to be forced to try different heroes. But because I can't do it on my own.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, you're screwed.
So I feel picking Lucio running around the curb. Follow that frog!
Skating on walls and jumping.
Actually, playing Overwatch, me and another friend, we were playing, and he was Ana. And her ultimate ability is that she boosts somebody. Well, there was a tank in front of her, Reinhardt. She was like, I got this! And shot and missed and hit Lucio. But Lucio was in his frog costume. He was like, what? Follow that frog!
It's amazing. Just skating just Shadow the
really
Hedgehog.
fast.
That's funny because
Gotta go fast.
because when I first got the game, I played it during the beta, but I wasn't that interested in it, so I stopped playing it. And I didn't buy it for a while, but then all my friends started getting into it, and it's a lot more fun when you play with friends.
Oh my goodness, it's such a fun team game.
Yeah, definitely. If you enjoy, I don't know, I'm weird because I didn't enjoy Team Fortress 2 nearly as much, and people are like, "Well, this is basically Team Fortress 2," but I don't know, something about it,
It's polished and it's smoother.
Yeah,
and I have a lot more fun with this than I did TF2. I used to play TF2 kind of a good bit,
right?
But it was always playing with other people that
right.
made it fun. I was never good at Team Fortress 2. I was never good. I'm not even gonna kid myself into thinking I was good. I was just never good. But with Overwatch, I know I stand a chance.
Yep,
I'm like, I'm having fun with this,
Who
saying it's high noon.
It's high noon.
I may not be good. I may not be bad. But I sure as heck ain't the ugly. Saying stuff like that.
Beautiful. That is good. Who's your main in Overwatch? Probably?
Overwatch. Well, my favorite character is actually, it's the McCree, because I like saying it's elevated midday.
Midday.
It's actually lunchtime. Right? My best character is Ana.
Yeah, okay.
Because
respect.
you get to, I like the healing
you get to
aspect.
shoot all the players.
Everybody. You get to shoot everybody with little needles.
It's such a weird character. Like, my shots heal you, but they're poison to that team. It's like they're the same person. How does this make any sense? But it's a good character. I've definitely.
So it's McCree, Ana, and Roadhog.
Nice.
And then if I'm playing defense, Torbjorn, just because I like saying my Dory. I have big plans for you. But
that's kind of the opposite of me. My mains. Well, my main for the longest time was Lucio, and it still kind of is. Although I also have almost as much time playing as Tracer, and here recently, I've been spending all my time playing Junkrat. So, just completely different heroes.
Hello, Copper.
When at first you don't succeed, blow it up again.
Tracer's a fun character.
I love Tracer.
I know I'm good with Tracer, but I never just really want to play as Tracer.
Right.
Because I know I can get stuff done, but I just like being, the Western cowboy.
Yeah, of course.
Bam for cross my thing. Or Gam for Hold'em because I'm actually really bad. I don't play poker, so I'm really bad. So
Right, I'm like,
all of this is just a delusion in my head. Like, I'm a good poker player. Bam, bam, bam. Like, shooting everybody.
Never played a game of goldfish in my life. But
Has little ace hidden up in sleeve. Like, I got an ace up my sleeve.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. That was really...
I'm just following you. You make bad jokes. I'm just gonna add on to
Okay,
it.
that's okay. See,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're good.
No, it was bad. But what about... So that was your favorite PC game,
Favorite
right?
PC game.
Well, for PC game, I think I'd have to go... Because I used to play Battle for Middle-earth 2 so much, which is an RTS game, so real-time strategy, where you
Right.
got to control your forces and do all this and that. That, and I was obsessed with Lord of the Rings, so just being able to play a game like that, but with all of these people,
Yep.
I was dumb. Just, like, you could do arrow towers, and I would just do nonstop arrow towers and
Right.
make a line of them and be like, get to me now. Like, it's just so much fun.
Awesome. So is
But
that your pick? Or-
That has got to be my pick for a
Awesome.
favorite PC, because sometimes I'll still break it out and do stupid stuff, but thoroughly enjoy it. Anyways, what
that's
about console games? What about this?
Now
Non-Nintendo related.
non-Nintendo console game. I would. Well, my only other console that's not Nintendo based that I've really put time into is PlayStation, and I've always been a fan of the PlayStation heroes. Like the mascots of old.
Oh yeah.
I would probably say because it's either in between Sly 3, as in Sly Cooper 3, Honor Among Thieves, I think is no wait, that's not Honor Among Thieves. Yes, it is. I don't know that they all have thieves in the title, whatever.
They run together, but I really like the third one too.
Yes, yes, exactly. That's my thing. It's like I enjoyed certain aspects from all of them, and I'm like, did this happen in this game? And then probably Crash Twinsanity
Oh,
would probably be my favorite game. And have you ever played that game?
this is Crash Bandicoot.
Yes,
correct?
Crash
Yeah,
Bandicoot
yeah.
Twinsanity. Yes.
I'm so excited for the remaster.
I know
'Cause it
I'm
looks so
So excited. We're gonna play it on BroBits, and I'm or if we don't play it on BroBits, I'm playing on Calibrated Gamer. But
Tune in.
tune in this summer. But we'll hopefully be playing it on there. But Crash Twinsanity is one of those games where it's so notorious in the fandom. Like for some reason, Crash Bandicoot fans hate that game. And I can see sort of why. It's broken as all heck. It's like the Sonic
is very
06
broken.
of Crash
Oh,
Bandicoot
yeah.
games.
Oh, the 06 Sonic. Help.
No.
Cries in Spanish.
Besides that, it's probably it's not my favorite console game. But you said like you took away Nintendo, so like that's my favorite non-Nintendo.
Just
console.
because there's just a big difference between Nintendo games and regular console games.
And-
just because Nintendo does their own thing most of the time, so
And my console games change all the time, so that's my current console game. Although, like, I mean, when I played, oh my gosh, the Treasure Hunter series that's super popular on PlayStation 3 and 4, starring
Nathan Drake?
Nathan Drake.
Is it Nathan Drake?
Yep.
Is this Uncharted?
Uncharted 4 was like my all-time favorite when I played that. That was a really good game. But I'm still
those
going with
mud physics though.
But Crash Twinsanity was still the better game of the two. You can take that to the bank. Don't do that. You'll lose all your money. But what's your favorite?
They won't cash in that check. My favorite console game, and I always keep coming back to this game, is BioShock.
Yes.
Just because even back then and now remastered, it just
Right.
it makes me. It's so much fun.
I
And
think
it's-
of BioShock as a PC game, so I was like, you can't. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, oh, wow.
I have it on
It's cla-
Steam,
it's cla-
so.
it's cross- oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's,
Well, I play it
mean-
on PlayStation.
Oh, no.
But I really love the game just because it's so in depth and original, and
Yeah.
it's just got a unique feel to it. Like being underwater
Right.
in a rundown city with some of the weirdest aspects I've ever seen. like dealing with issues of drug abuse and all of it. And
Would you
like,
kindly?
Would you? Oh.
Yeah.
All the
Shut it
twists. It's
down.
also a game for twists. So
Yeah.
if you like story and twists, ooh, what a twist! What a twist!
What a twist! I haven't played the game yet.
It's worth playing.
It's on my list. The only reason I haven't played it is because I plan on playing it for Calibrated Gamer. But what I do is, if there's a game I want to play on my channel, I just don't look into it at all until I get a chance to play it. So it can be a blind playthrough.
Oh, good.
So.
This is going to be interesting. So all I'm going to say about it is good luck.
Thank you.
And would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
Also, Infinite was pretty good, which is the third game in the series.
Yes.
Which really has nothing to do with the first one, except for little bits and pieces that
Right.
don't matter.
Yeah.
But it's much less claustrophobic and it's much less scary.
Yeah.
So if you like a light open game with powers and corrupt
Rips in
governments,
time and just white
Infinite's the way to go,
supremacy.
but-
Yeah, gotcha.
yeah, oh yeah, you get a lot of white supremacy.
I've heard the
You
Brindle
take out a lot
Floss
of them,
song
too.
of the.
That is an amazing song. I
I
love that.
love
Oh,
it.
it's so.
Oh.
I have it on a CD in my car. I'm
Yes.
not lying. That and both of them.
I've got all the Brindle Floss songs on my phone, so
It's so good, so good.
Yep.
But all right, let's move on to
Yes.
the one that I'm sure everybody actually really wants to hear about because Nintendo.
Nintendo console.
Nintendo.
Do you want to go first on this one, or you want me to go?
Woohoo!
Wait,
I
that
would
was
love
terrible.
to go second. 'Cause I,
Oh no! Oh, this is Mario apparently. It's me, Mario. Woohoo!
is that the answer?
me, Luigi. Yeah, that's my answer.
Just the
Nintendo console Nintendo console game is so difficult because there's so many, and there's good ones on all sorts of consoles. I mean, Xbox has no good games, but besides that, like
yeah. Gears of War is not enough.
Halo. Yeah, exactly.
Gears of War. Halo is good, but it's not anymore.
Right.
They took out split screen, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, fam.
Nah.
I only played it
YOLO.
with people.
But I
Jumping over the PlayStation myself.
gotta get in there.
Talk about that Zero Dawn Horizon. Right? Is that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
something
Okay.
like that. I'm trying to think of like favorite Nintendo console game. This definitely changes the most because it really depends on what game I'm playing through. Usually my go-to, not only for favorite Nintendo console game, but usually my favorite game of all time, if I answer that question, it is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. The second in the Paper Mario series. If you've ever played the Paper Mario series, like all of them, most people agree that Thousand Year Door is like the clear champion of the series. And then after that, it just went to crap. But that's usually my favorite. Although, I mean, I have all sorts of favorites from all sorts of different series. Like Super Mario Sunshine, as broken as it is probably
It's still
my
fun,
favorite
but
Mario
it's very-
game. Yeah.
It is broken.
And I loved Luigi's Mansion and Legend of Zelda. Probably Twilight Princess would be my favorite. But I'd say overall, Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, that's a really good game.
You don't know.
What? You don't even know.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
What's your game?
Oh goodness. Well, I have to go for the Smash
Nice.
series, but I actually enjoyed because I played more Smash Brothers Brawl than any of the other ones. So that's the
More
one
than
I'm
Melee,
more than Melee.
the go-to Smash game.
The go-to Smash game that nobody is good at, even though they insist they are, but you're not.
Even the professional
Even
players.
the professionals. Even the tournaments are still on Melee, and we're 2 games away from that now. Like in Memphis during, I think it was the, I can't remember which con it was, but I played one of those, played in one of the tournaments.
Awesome.
I got pretty far,
Yeah.
but I lost to a stupid Kirby doing the down B.
I'm
gonna make myself into a brick.
They can do that in competition?
Yeah, but not very often.
I'll say that's broken.
The only one I know I got really far in is Injustice.
Oh, yeah.
When Injustice was still,
Right.
playable.
Nice.
Now it's that new Mortal Kombat.
Oh, boy.
But I love the revamped Super Mario Brothers when that came out. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The new Super Mario Brothers.
New Super Mario Brothers, yeah. For the Mario series, my favorite game from Mario is actually probably, I said Super Mario Sunshine just because I was like tripping on acid, I guess, because it's a terrible game. But my favorite would probably be Super Mario 3D World. Like, have you ever played that game?
Yeah, okay,
it is a really good game.
I have to admit, I do like that better than
I recommend
Sunshine.
It. I mean, I love Sunshine, but I would probably say that Super Mario 3D World was my favorite. It had a lot of cool mechanics.
I mean, I'll still play Mario Kart and see Delfino Plaza or Delfino Plaza.
Well, you said Mario Kart, but yes, Delfino Plaza.
Delfino Plaza, and you see Sunshine. It, and I see those characters from Sunshine. I'm like, I remember you.
Hey, you were in a game.
Hey, Red Shell, get out of here.
I love how all the
we don't want you.
Super Mario Sunshine, though, I gotta say, is like the only Mario game that really has voice acting. And
that's true.
It was such a weird, awkward time for them to decide to do that. Because, like, you know, Luigi wasn't in the game, and Mario didn't talk. So it's like, okay, well, they still don't talk. That's cool. They're still mute protagonists. But Peach is like, you know, hey, Mario. But, like, she's talked before in Super Mario 64. So it's like, okay, whatever. And then it's like Toadsworth's talking, and it's like, whoa. And then Bowser's like, well, hey there. And it's like, whoa, what just happened? But
what's a Mia? Oh, no.
But the biggest thing, though, is that all the Isle Delfino people that talk in the game talk the same. They're like, Mario, you have to help us. And that's how they all sound. And it's like,
even the females?
Yeah, I know. Is it like the Toad thing where they all just sound the same?
Help. I don't trust you.
Hey there, Mario. Oh, hey there. Oh, God, I'm not doing Toad voice.
I can't do the Toad voice.
Yeah, I'm not going to try. But yeah, so Paper Mario is still my choice. And you said Smash
I said
Bros.
Smash because I love
probably
Smash.
Brawl.
I would.
Yeah.
Because I played the new one. I'm not that good.
Yeah, I forget there's a new one. I have it on the 3DS, but I don't own a Wii U, so...
yeah, neither do I.
I don't own a Switch yet,
I'm waiting to get the Switch till the new Smash, I'm thinking. Either that or the new Mario, because the new Mario looks so good.
Super excited. I'm actually...
like, woohoo, I might get to that.
Oh, boy. I'm planning on getting the Switch around Christmas time, because that's supposed to be the time, apparently, where Super Mario Odyssey will come out. And I will have Christmas and birthday money to get it, so it seems like an ideal time.
If they don't have any of those sirens in this Mario Odyssey game, I'm going to be not happy.
The sirens?
The sirens.
What?
From the Legend of the Odyssey. They better.
Steal the spaceship away, Mario! I can't. It sounds so beautiful.
It looks like Peach. It's really Bowser Jr.
Oh, God.
Oh,
so beautiful.
One Nintendo game that just infuriates me every time we play is Mario Party. Especially,
I hate that because I love Mario Party.
And I always enjoy it up until the last few rounds. I always enjoy it. I'm like, this is a great game.
Yeah, I don't know why I hate it. And then you lose. And then it's...
like being in first the last 3 rounds and be like, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
And then they take all of my stars.
I hate that.
I was so depressed.
I came in the room and I saw that someone played my copy of Mario Party 8. And which I personally think is like one of the really good Mario parties, at least of the modern day Mario parties. Mario Party 9 is terrible, but I don't know if you ever played that one.
I played that one and the new one.
The one with the car.
The 10.
Yeah, they have 10. I forgot about that. Is 10 good?
10 is actually pretty fun. And I like the
Bowser
you can play
mode.
Bowser mode we played as a group, and Rage. We lost the first one to Bowser so fast. It was
awesome.
And then we beat Bowser the second time. We just kept playing it, letting everybody beat Bowser.
Right.
And I was like,
right.
I could take you out right now. But I didn't. I let them live, and I ended up losing. I could have won it in 5 minutes.
Show off.
And then an hour later, I still couldn't catch back up.
Right.
That one slip up cost me the game. Yeah. I was like, this is too short. I want to win. Because I'm Bowser, but I'm like, but I want to have fun.
Whoa, but let's keep partying, guys.
Yeah. Oh, man. I should just stick as Donkey Kong, the DK over here. You know.
But I saw that someone played Mario Party 8, and I was like, oh, wow, y'all played? I wish I was here. Who'd you play with? It's like, yeah, we played with David and I think Noah, or I don't know. And I was like, oh, cool, that's awesome. It's like, yeah. David doesn't want to play anymore because, like, he hates it. I'm like, dang it. Like I wanted to play.
It was...
I played it with myself recently because it's got a story mode. So I played through the story mode recently.
I think enough time has passed that I'm okay to play it again.
Yeah.
But at that one time, I was doing so well. I had so many stars. And it was just all taken away. After I was in first place during my last roll.
What board did y'all play? The hotel board?
The hotel one.
That's not a good one to play. If you aren't a fan of Mario Party, don't play the hotel board because that is the most rage-inducing. It's like Mario Party and Monopoly had a terrible, terrible baby.
And it's like actual Monopoly. It takes all of your money
and all of your love for one another.
It was terrible, but I do enjoy the game. I really enjoy. The new one is actually really fun.
Yeah.
I really like the mini games and all of these things they have in it. It's just
I'm excited to play it.
It's worth playing, especially if you have a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Because some of the mini games with Bowser versus the others are hilarious.
That is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
But I actually got to meet Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario.
Oh my gosh, you
down
did?
in Florida. Yeah.
Ah, so cool.
He's a wonderful man.
I want to meet him.
I was actually in line to meet him because there was like 3 people ahead of me. And I was like, okay, I can't wait. And he sees 2 huge Pikachu costumes, like larger than he is, and he is a tall man. And he jumps up and goes, wahoo! Does the pose and just runs over to them, taking selfies with them. And I was like, this is just the most high on life man I've ever met. He's just so happy to be Mario.
Have you seen some of the interviews with him?
Yes, I have.
So great.
And I didn't know. I found out that he was one of the dragons in Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Oh yeah,
and he's
I remember
Parthenax,
that.
I think the big one. And then he played the voice of the King of the Dead from the Lord of the Rings game. Like, I saw that, I'm like, well, I know which thing I'm getting him to sign.
You don't think of him being. I mean, he's a voice actor, and he didn't really plan on doing it, but it's definitely treated him well over the years.
So funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Whenever he takes pictures with fans, he does the poses.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wahoo! Yaha! And makes the sounds. And it just makes the whole experience just wonderful. And then you meet somebody like William Shatner, and just all of your joy from life goes down. You get to be Mario, and then you meet Captain Kirk, who hates life because the empty vacuum has just drained his soul.
Jesus.
He does not like fans. Charles Martinet does.
So go see Charles Martinet instead. I just got really quiet. I didn't know what to say. Like, he hates his fan base. It's like, all right, let's move on.
Oh, he does.
In a new segment, don't depress Caleb.
Oh, man. Actually, yeah. Speaking of that, do you think they're making any more Star Trek movies after Beyond?
I am not sure, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump in here and say that I have not seen the Star Trek movies. So, yeah.
Well,
get out.
No, I enjoyed them actually.
I have seen bits and pieces of the new Star Trek movies, and I really want to watch the show before I get into the movies. And I've been meaning to watch the show, so I haven't seen the movies all the way through yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and warn you.
Yes.
If you haven't watched the show and you plan on doing that before watching the movie, it's gonna be very difficult. Because I grew up when I watched a lot of Next Generation. And then I went back and watched a lot of the old original Star Trek. And then seeing the new movie, I'm like, this looks so much better. I'm crying. Like, oh, the Enterprise looks so good.
It's so beautiful, like me. But yeah, I plan on watching. The Next Generation is the newer version of the TV show.
Yeah, with Patrick Stewart,
okay.
And that one's worth watching.
I plan on watching that one. I think
I'm gonna say watching the original isn't gonna mean much when watching the new ones because they made a new continuum.
Right.
So it's like all that happened is different now because they destroyed a planet and reversed time. It's really weird, but it's worth watching. But Next Generation is really good.
Speaking of Patrick Stewart, frickin' Logan.
We're gonna try not to do spoilers here, but
no spoilers.
Patrick Stewart did so good.
That movie was so good. I didn't mean. I know we're talking about video games, so I didn't mean to jump to Logan, but if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's a good movie.
It's worth watching because it's
definitely.
It's one of my favorite X-Men movie now.
It thoroughly is. It is my favorite X-Men movie, and I I am not. If you watch my channels, you'll find that typically I try to keep everything PG because in my mind, like I think good comedy can be easily found and still keep it PG. I understand certain jokes you gotta stray to PG-13, even R, but like I also think that like comedians that like stick in R for their comedy, I feel like they aren't really like trying hard enough. I don't know, that's my personal opinion. But the point is that Logan is very much rated R, but it's very much an amazing movie.
It's
I very much enjoy
it's the second R-rated movie now for Marvel, so Deadpool
I forgot.
relied so heavily on the R-rated comedy. And it was funny, but Logan feels like they used the R rating so much better.
Yeah, I think so too, definitely.
A better story to tell, to be honest.
And I enjoy Deadpool, but yeah.
It's Logan that knocked it out of the ballpark. And especially coming after X-Men Apocalypse.
Right.
Apocalypse, with no spoilers, but everybody ended up how they started out fairly the same. And there's no lasting consequences.
Yeah,
I feel
it was kind of like there was no real reward or punishment. No spoilers, but it basically reset itself, and it was like, okay, well, so much for the entire climax of that movie, which wasn't that great, by the way.
There's like two scenes I feel like are really worth watching, and always the Quicksilver scenes. Always so good.
Quicksilver. I'm so glad that they. Did you hear like why they even included Quicksilver in?
I didn't actually. No.
They oh gosh, because Quicksilver was also in the Avengers, right? They had a character that was technically Quicksilver or whatever.
Yeah.
That super fast
technically,
kid.
but they talk Russian. It was very weird, and you don't know.
But if I remember correctly, and I'm probably gonna botch this, so I apologize. Like if this information is incorrect, but if I remember correctly, with Quicksilver being a Marvel character, I'm trying to remember if it was like. I think it was because I think Avengers was technically owned by ABC or like Fox or some like it was like some specific branch had more power over Avengers, while X-Men was more like a different like department.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Fox has. I'm pretty sure Fox has.
Pretty
X-Men.
sure. Or okay, yeah, then that might be what it is. I can't remember.
Yeah, they do because they. Yeah.
It's. I mean, they're all owned by Disney, so it doesn't really matter. But X-Men has always been kind of like in the Marvel universe, but outside of the Marvel universe,
They never really showed. They never came center stage so
Right.
much as the Fantastic Four did.
Exactly.
Or the
which is sad.
or the X-Men. Which is all of these. I gotta talk about this.
Fantastic
bit.
Four.
Avengers movies, like all their character movies in general, have been so much better.
Oh
than
my gosh.
Any of the Fantastic Four movies or most of the X-Men.
I only
films.
watched part.
And this is just like the first Iron Man movie blew away all the X-Men movies,
Right?
In general, and it's. Why?
I don't know.
It's Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It really depends on who you're working with. The Fantastic Four is not it's like they're cool heroes. They are cool heroes, but they keep changing the story and like changing their ages, and it just gets it's just bad.
Fan
Bad
Four
stuff.
Stick was just so bad. I had to stop somebody from getting up out of the theater. It's like, no, I'm here. Don't leave me. I want to see how this ends because I am invested in how
gotta
bad this
get
is.
better. Yeah,
It didn't.
but
It got worse.
you're right.
It was so bad.
What movie were we talking about before? The Quicksilver thing. So if I remember correctly,
Yeah, that movie.
The rights to the character Quicksilver was very much like up to debate because Marvel owned Quicksilver, so technically both movie franchises had just as much right to Quicksilver as the other. So once Marvel heard, I say Marvel, it is Marvel, but once X-Men, the series of X-Men heard that Avengers planned on using Quicksilver, once one heard the other was using Quicksilver. Which one came out first? I think the Avengers.
or
was it?
I think it might have been the X-Men. I don't actually know.
I
I can actually check on this real quick.
I think the X-Men one came out first, if I remember correctly. Either way, they came out very much around the same time. And the point is that one of them saw the other, and they heard they were doing Quicksilver, and they're like, wait, what the heck? Like, I'm pretty positive it was X-Men heard that Avengers was doing Quicksilver. So they were like, we got to
Yeah, actually, the first one with X-Men with Quicksilver was... So that was
with the
Days of Future Past, right?
Days of Future Past.
So that was 2014,
okay.
and then the Avengers came out in 2015.
Okay,
the one with
cool.
Quicksilver.
Yeah,
so I think they were like, "Oh, we need to throw this in now, quick!
Well,
get it in."
The Avengers were like, hey, guess what? Like, this character is Quicksilver technically, and we're putting him in our movie so that we can define who Quicksilver is in the Marvel universe. And X-Men's like, actually, screw you, because all of a sudden, we're going to put Quicksilver in our movie. So Quicksilver apparently, and I still don't know if this is 100% right, so I apologize if I'm giving false information. Look it up, kids. That's the important lesson here.
Do your research.
Yeah. The point is that apparently X-Men's like, no, you know what? We're putting in Quicksilver, and I just thought of some ways that he could be in the movie. So he was not supposed to be in Days of Future Past at all, but people loved him so much, and he became so iconic with like who Quicksilver is that they added him in the other movie on purpose because they were like, we have to have more Quicksilver.
His scenes are so good. That scene for most people made that movie, the Apocalypse.
Oh my gosh!
And there's only one other scene that I think is worth,
scene.
And it's just Michael Fassbender as Magneto,
yeah.
just emoting in general.
Oh my God.
Some of the scenes with him, he's doing really good, and he gets really emotional, and his performance in that is beautiful. It does. Nobody else's performance in the whole movie lives up to the kind of standard this dude's putting out. So it was
in Apocalypse that one character was going to have that big heartfelt moment with Magneto, but didn't, right?
Yeah, it was. And
Yeah, so I'm trying to avoid
best
spoilers.
Characters, that's all I'm saying.
Woo! Figure it out how you will.
But yeah, the movie's been out for a while, so if you guys, it's worth watching. I have to say this, not Apocalypse or Days of Future Past, although you can watch them because they're all right.
And I enjoyed Days of Future Past more than Apocalypse, probably.
I enjoyed First Class though a lot.
Oh, First Class.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I was confused by the way that Professor Xavier, lost his ability to walk. That happened in First Class, right?
Yeah.
Or was it in Days of Futures? They all run together, and then Apocalypse basically made him null and void. So who cares, right?
Made him bald, and you're like, oh
yeah.
So it was a cop out.
Oh yeah. So
Patrick Stewart,
my hair,
Patrick
my
Stewart.
beautiful hair. Oh jeez.
Oh, I'm thinking of Next Generation.
I know. I'm just my mind jumping to different movies. I wanted to be like, take your meds. And then he's like, I don't want to.
You're a lion. She's a female lion. I'm just saying, Logan, he's
pills.
so old and he's taking crazy pills.
It's amazing.
And so watching Logan,
it was weird
it's
though.
So weird seeing.
I just have to say, we were making fun. Me and David went to see the movie together, and it was awesome. But when we left, we were making fun of like crazy Professor Xavier, like just like
he was taking
I could
pills
blow up your head
so
right
old.
now. Like,
and we feel like he would just do just
all
of the
crazy.
old, like just say whatever pops into his head.
Senile.
Like, hey, she's got claws on her feet. She must be the female version of you because you're a lion.
Because you're a lion.
Like Logan and Fro, like, what are you talking about?
She's a female lion. Like we were making fun of like actual dialogue. But the one thing I have to say about that movie that I was like, really, was the fact that in the beginning, like whatever medicine he took, he was like, oh, eat a Taco Bell, I'm crazy. And then the rest of the movie, he was like,
never happens.
Totally sane. Like, I mean, yeah, he had issues with his medicine and whatever, but like he didn't like, he didn't say the Star Spangled Banner buck naked like one scene or anything. Like I wanted him to.
What are your expectations for Logan? Well, let me tell you what my expectations.
Let me tell you what the specifics.
If this isn't in here, I'm going to be sad.
I'm a sad X-Men fan. But so yeah.
Oh.
Is there what next to talk about?
Well, hopefully not more Patrick Stewart on that note.
No.
Because that was, that was interesting. Yeah. Walks away from that one.
Hiding emotions.
But speaking of, since we were talking about Star Trek earlier, how do you feel about them announcing the Han Solo film?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know who's gonna play young Han Solo, young Han Solo, I should say, because gosh, you get so used to just specific actors playing specific characters, and I mean that's what the movie is, right? It's going to be like a prequel to Han Solo's story, right?
I think so.
If I
I've seen
understand correctly.
a casting picture, and I don't know the dude's name, but he looks all right. I really wanted this guy named Jamie Costa to play him, who sounds just like him, and looks like him. But apparently Woody Harrelson's actually going to be in it.
Oh,
So in Star Wars,
who is that?
he's have you seen Zombieland?
Yes.
He is.
Oh my gosh, Woody!
Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Tallahassee.
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
whatever it is. I know him. That's awesome. That's crazy. That's weird.
It's weird. I'm just hoping it's not going to be a Liam Neeson thing again. You're like, whoa, Liam Neeson's going to be in Star Wars, and he's just like, the boy must come with me. This
But
yeah, you're like, you crazy old man. You don't know what you're talking about.
what are you talking about?
We need more midi-chlorians in this movie. Hey, that's enough, George.
Now don't tell him everything, Georgie. Shut up. Shut up, Muggsy. But
I do what I want. I'm rich.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this Woody character, I hope they don't try to make him a serious character, because if they do, I'm not going to be able to take him seriously.
Not after Zombieland.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I can't take the other actor who's also in Zombieland. What's his name? I forgot his name, but he's also in the...
I almost said John Cena.
Social.
Michael... yeah, John Cena. I actually have John Cena on the brain. He's going to voice act an animated bull in an upcoming movie called Ferdinand, and it looks terrible.
It looks... John Cena.
John Cena. I know.
It's gonna be...
Well, I just saw this. I saw this preview for this animated movie, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be bad. It just seems like it's going to be a bland kids movie, like, just another. It's a story about Ferdinand the Bull, which I don't know if you ever heard that story, but it's an actual, like, if I remember correctly, it's like it's an older story, not necessarily a folktale, I don't think. But the point is that you just see this bull walk around doing like these silly little animated things, and I'm like, haha, yeah, like whatever. It's like voiced by John Cena, and I'm like, what the?
Oh
what?
no! Oh no! I want to be able to see the movie.
I can't even see the main character.
I'm so sorry.
Stop.
Bad jokes are bad.
Terrible joke.
Oh goodness, Ferdinand. John Cena as a.
Yeah,
Help.
I didn't mean to jump to that.
No, it's okay.
Well, it's because animated companies are making animated movies so quickly nowadays. Have you noticed, like, when I was a kid, Shrek came out, and that was like
it for a while.
Yeah, that was it for like a long time. But DreamWorks makes movies all the time. Disney makes movies all the time. Like Pixar is Disney. So
speaking about DreamWorks,
yes,
their sequels are top notch.
Yeah,
they follow really well. Like,
right?
Like How to Train Your Dragon 2, arguably better than the first.
Yeah,
one.
I was like, how did this get better?
And then Kung Fu Panda 2. Yeah. The villain was great.
It was great.
For some reason, the Kung Fu Pandas have wonderful villains.
Yep.
The third story is, but the villain's really good. So
exactly.
So like they had J.K. Simmons do the villain in the third one. They just knocked it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
The first two, they just have good villains. They had Ian McShane played the villain in the first one.
Yeah.
And
they do good. They do good on their sequels.
It's surprisingly good. I just
some of the Shrek sequels are a little iffy.
Shrek 2 at least held up a little bit.
Yeah, and I personally love the character of Puss in Boots, so I wasn't gonna complain about that one. But number 3 for me was the weakest one. For
me it was 4. I couldn't.
Oh, really?
I
actually
enjoyed
4 a lot.
Nobody's smart but me. That line was passed
Yeah.
through my household for a while. Nobody's smart but me. No, that's a great line. Those kids annoyed me so much.
I love you, Daddy. But yeah, I don't remember those movies very much.
And then you see things like Mulan too.
Yeah. So bad. Although I gotta say, Aladdin 3, I think it was, King of Thieves, was like one of my all-time favorite Disney like sequels. Did you ever see Aladdin King of Thieves?
I stopped after the second one. Then you have
Aladdin
5. Jafar goes to the doctor. Sir, you have a cold. What? Nonsense. Nonsense.
Me, Jafar, obviously from my voice.
And then it's just they still got Gilbert Godfrey to do all the. It's just eventually it's all the voices.
Why won't you let me die?
Like, I'm Aladdin now. I'm playing all the characters.
You do it a lot better than I do. I cannot do Gilbert Gottfried. Few people. I mean, I don't think anyone can truly just impersonate.
No one can imitate.
Imitate
the great Gilbert
but
Gottfried.
They can impersonate. Oh, jeez. But yeah.
So I watched Mulan too. I was like, oh, necromancy, huh? Like, so many weird things.
I never saw all of Mulan 2. I started watching it.
It's not worth it.
I started watching it, and I was like, oh, they made a Mulan 2. Why didn't I hear of this? Because it's a straight-to-VHS Disney sequel, that's why. And
like Pocahontas 2.
They had a parody.
The Apaches.
I think like the very first song in the entire movie is either a parody of Make a Man Out of You or Bring Honor to Us All. It's like they took one of the songs from the first movie and they made a parody of it as like one of the first songs in the second movie. And after hearing that, I was like, nope. I mean, if you can't do better than the songs from the first movie, then, you know.
I get it. I understand why this is VHS only.
Right. Yeah.
Straight to VHS movies. Oh,
jeez. Or DVD or Blu-ray, I guess, nowadays. I feel old.
Or straight to the...
what do they go?
Straight to Betamax.
There's a Netflix only series.
Oh, jeez.
It's like I'm afraid to watch Netflix series movies because like I am used to the VHS straight to VHS movies being awful.
You hear
like terrible.
That was my mindset. I'm so glad you had the same mindset because when I heard, only on Netflix, like watch Stranger Things, and I was like,
that looks. It looks promising, but it's Netflix.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, it's Netflix only. It can only be so good. And I watched it, and I was like, holy crap, this series is amazing. So I started watching, like, Netflix only series, and, like, the few I watched, I didn't watch many. I think Stranger Things, and I don't know if I watched any other Netflix only series. But either way, Stranger Things was amazing, and I was like, it turns out it's not, like, the only on VHS kind of thing. It's a marketing ploy, but... Yeah.
It worked for me.
It worked for me.
Amazon does a lot of that stuff, but that's not good. Not a lot of people watch it. Amazon.
But Amazon. I love Amazon for buying things, but...
I actually... They have Avatar The Last Airbender on Amazon.
Nice.
And only on Amazon, like nowhere else.
Really?
It's not on Netflix. It's not on Hulu. It's on Amazon. I saw it, and they're like, "You want to watch it right now?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to watch it right now."
Heck yeah, dude!
And so I watched all of it in like a few weeks.
Airbender.
He's so good.
Yep.
Not Korra though.
Man, I loved the last Airbender movie. It was so good. Such a testament to the series.
They
Yeah, I'd hate to kill you right now, but might happen.
This was good.
I never.
This was a.
All right, delete it. We're not doing this.
I never saw Last Airbender.
50 minutes wasted.
Yeah, right.
It's the Last Airbender movie hurt me
so
inside.
fast. I never saw it.
It's like the Green Lantern movie for me. It just why?
I wanted to like Green Lantern so bad, but it was just so mediocre. And I love how Ryan Reynolds makes fun of it in Deadpool a couple of times.
The person they got to play
just don't make my costume green or animated.
My favorite part of the whole film is when we were sitting in the theater, and this is when they had those countdowns for some of the software. It was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then some dude behind us yelled, "Happy New Year!" And I was
That's amazing.
That favorite part of the whole film, right there. You have to be in the right theater, but it's worth it.
Yeah, you have to have that guy behind you.
that dude behind you.
But it makes a good part for the movie.
Also, the guy they got to play Sinestro looks just like him.
Yeah.
I just wish they would have capitalized more on that.
Right. At the very end, they're like, oh, by the way, I'm evil now. And it's like, oh my. But the first movie was so bad that like...
I
I want you to be the villain. Sinestro Sinestro is like such a classic Green Lantern villain, but
Like in Green Lantern is he used to be my favorite. I used to read a lot of those comics, and I loved them.
Yeah.
But I felt like the first movie should have just been training, like some of this training, doing a lot more of actually wearing the ring instead
Right.
of like 2 scenes of him using it.
I know,
This is
right?
the whole reason I'm watching it. I love green.
It had Superman syndrome. The syndrome where they feel like they need to make the character as human as physically possible, which is great. We as the human race, we want to be able to connect to these characters in a sense, but we don't want superhero movies to connect to these crazy fantastical people. We watch it because we want them to do the powers and abilities that they have.
They're not really human. That's why I want to watch it. I want to watch stuff that I
exactly.
can't see on the street.
Yeah, like we don't watch it to feel like it's real. We watch it because we know it's fantastical and we want it to be as fantastical as possible.
Oh man, yeah. So I felt the first should have been training. The second one should have just been Sinestro.
Yep.
And then the third one should have maybe been Parallax if they did it right.
Right. Yeah.
Focus on the if they did it right.
That's the problem when you have like because like Parallax was the villain of the first one, right?
Yeah, Parallax is the overarching villain of like almost the whole series.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, in the comics he possesses the main character and uses him to slaughter people. And you're like, oh, very first film. Oh, let's throw in the main.
Throw him in there.
He's terrible, but okay, this is gonna work. Oh man.
Yeah, they
Enough about that.
That's
I
the
gotta
sad
stop.
thing is that they put so much like real estate, for lack of a better word, into the first movie of like, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, and hey, here's this crazy villain, and hey, like, you know, love interest, like all these little things, and look, there's Sinestro, but like we're teasing him, and they put so much in the first movie, but it still was such a bad movie that it's like, well, now you've ruined it.
Like the good scene was, and I liked the scene. It was them training and Sinestro shows up. Their whole interaction.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's
It makes
amazing.
such a better movie.
Yeah, like having them. I would love to see a second movie where they go back and forth. It would be
maybe not Ryan
amazing.
Reynolds. 'Cause him as Hal Jordan. I was like,
Yeah.
he was not.
Well, they didn't
he
give
is
him
a
much
nice
to work
structured
with.
man,
Yeah.
but he's not structured for Hal Jordan. So
He's structured for Deadpool,
for
though.
Deadpool, yeah, that's his character. Just leave him.
Just
Leave him
have
in the red suit, not the green suit.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs. Let him be funny and vulgar. He enjoys that way too much.
Definitely.
Oh, man, I love those.
Yeah. Good
kinds of
stuff. Good
movies.
stuff.
So, all right. Well, thanks guys for listening.
Thank you.
This has been the Super Dorm Friends with Dave here, and joining us has been the Calebrated Gamer.
I forgot about that.
Make sure to make sure to check him out on YouTube if you really like watching playthroughs. They're great. I've watched them. I thoroughly enjoy them. And check us out on Facebook at the Super Dorm Friends. Check him out at Calibrated Gamer and Brobits. Thanks for
definitely.
listening, guys.